Good morning. On behalf of the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Columbus, I would like to welcome you to our Music Sunday. My name is Kelly McNeil, and I serve as the Director of Congregational Life here at First UU. Let's begin our time together by acknowledging the land which holds us, home of the Adena, Hopewell, Wyandotte, Miami, Seneca, and Cayuga. Gathered here and online, may we be grateful, thoughtful, and humble. This morning, we continue our monthly theme, Opening to Joy. As with each of our themes, we try to approach them from different aspects. This morning, we are experiencing joy through music. A huge thank you to our choirs and to Brandon Moss and Michaela Jones Brown, our fabulous choir directors. To get us started, I invite you to join in singing our opening song, Come Sing a Song With Me. It's number 346 in your gray hymnal, if you're following along. If you're at home, please feel free to belt it out, but if you are here in the worship center, please hum, especially since there are so many of us this morning. Thank you. As I said earlier, my name is Kelly McNeil. My pronouns are she, her, and it is my pleasure to serve this congregation as Director of Congregational Life. It is so very good to be back with you all this morning. I have missed you. On this day that we've been given, it is wonderful to be here together, online and in person. If you consider yourself a visitor and you are here in the building, I invite you to come say hello at the Welcome Center out in the Welcome Hall after the service. We have a visitor's gift for you there. Anyone joining us in the virtual world, I invite you to let us know that you are here by clicking the link in the chat and filling out the check-in form. Don't forget that you can access our order of service, joys and sorrows form, and our donation page by scanning the QR code on the screen above. If you have any questions about this at all, please do not hesitate to ask. We have ushers in the room, back in the back by the door, who will be happy to answer any questions for you. And now a quick announcement on behalf of our cookie elves. The cookie fair returns. It will take place. It will take place right after today's fabulous music service. After the postlude, greet your neighbors and then go into Beach Hall and select a collection of cookies for all of your holiday needs. Thank you.
Kelly? Just a minute, Nathan. We've got something to do here. Miss Kelly, on the way to becoming a minister, there are many things you have to do. You have to, get good grades in school, then you have to apply to seminary, you get there, you take all your classes, you do internships, you do clinical pastoral educations, and oh my, there's a reading list. Kelly loves that reading list. I think it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books long. It makes Santa so proud. But Kelly has been studying for years to become a minister. And even though Kelly was out sick for 3 or 4 weeks and really in a lot of pain and all this, right at the very end of that, she had to do something almost impossible. Kelly had to present herself and all of her knowledge before the Ministerial Fellowshipping Committee, the MFC as we like to call it, because we love our acronyms. Kelly did this, I believe it was last Friday. Goodness, just last Friday. They have changed the format, and Kelly got to have a conversation with the MFC. And this conversation went so well, they said, "Congratulations, Kelly, you're on your way. We see a minister in you." And she has now entered into preliminary fellowship. And Kelly, yay. I remember that day so many years ago, and I just want to cry all over again. Kelly, this is so awesome, and yes, I see a minister in you, and I think everyone here does as well. So congratulations, and we love you. Thank you, Nathan. If you are joining us online, I invite you to grab your candle or chalice and bring it close by so that we can light our chalice together. And this morning, Adam, a member of our First UU youth group, yay, will help us light our chalice. Our chalice words this morning are actually going to be sung. We are so excited. The chalice choir is going to sing "Let This Flame."
It's actually just me.
Oh, the chalice choir embodied by Brandon.
Let this flame be to us a symbol of the holiness we seek. Its brightness dispelling gloom, lighting a path to faith and hope. Its glow reminding us of the sacred bonds which link us to all people. Its radiance calling us to fulfill our destiny, to cast the light of freedom, justice, and peace upon all the world.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Brandon. Our chalice is lit.
Greetings and salutations to all of you on this special day when the air is filled with music. If this is your first time attending a service back in the building in person, welcome back. We're so excited to see you. I'm Amber Scott, your Director of Religious Exploration. Now, we've got a lot of musical enjoyment to do today, so we actually don't have a storybook for you. However, as usual, families with children are invited to either stay here in the sanctuary and enjoy the service or go outside to do activities together. So if you would like to go outside to the playground, this is your opportunity to do so as Nathan plays us out.
Good morning. My name is Reverend Linda Smith, and I am your pastoral care minister. To participate in the caring meditation this morning, or to ask for pastoral or practical support with a difficulty in your life, now is the time to fill out the Joys and Sorrows form. You can find it by scanning the QR code in your screen, or here on the slide, or by visiting firstucolumbus.org/Sunday. If we receive your joy or sorrow in the next few minutes, we'll read it aloud during the caring meditation. This form is also available throughout the week. We also have pastoral listeners here this morning, and you can spot them by the purple scarf they are wearing, and they'll join me later for our caring meditation. They're available to chat after the service if there's anything you need heard or witnessed. Other members of the pastoral team are available throughout the week.
Thank you, Nathan. And when you're through filling out your Joys and Sorrows form on your iPhone or cell phone, whatever you have, I invite you to silence all electronic devices so that we enjoy the full beauty of live performance and not just ringtones. I'd like to invite Bill Fiorini to come forward. Bill's going to offer our centering words in the honor of our congregation, what we do together. Bill's going to offer a few words about what this church and music means to him.
It's nice to be freed of that for just a few minutes. So I'm Bill Fiorini, and I have been a member here at the church and also of the Chalice Choir for about 12 years. I remember the invitation I got from friends to come and join a place where I would find people of like mind and consideration, and would make me feel at home and love me up one side and down the other. Well, actually, that was literally true, because it was here that I found my wife, Barbara, who is sitting right there. I was very fortunate to come here and be almost overwhelmed by the brilliance, enthusiasm, and central part of our service, which is our music. I was blown away by the choir. I was blown away by our professional musicians. But what I was really blown away by was the participation of all of us. That something that would join us together so much was celebrated by just about each and every one of us. It was contagious. I wanted it to be a central part of my life, and I was very lucky to join the choir here. We all know that music is a language of the heart, and that's exactly what we have in our music here. It will help us celebrate our joys. It will help voice our concerns, our losses, our hurts, our loves. It is the substance of the dance that we call life, and also our life together in this church. We are very fortunate that we care so much about music. This music that we have is not by accident, but is something that is purposely made a part of our lives. Even here in this wonderful space, those who designed it wanted to be sure that it would support the music that will be made here. And of course, it's gorgeous to do that. We support all of the professionals, and we encourage everyone who is here to be part of our music one way or another. You do not have to be perfect or a good singer to join a choir. You join, and we will help you become that. One of the most important things about our music is that it's communal, that it's something that we do together, that we are not soloists here, but we really are a choir. Our music, in many ways, is our sustenance. Certainly, our music is magic and joy. You know, this was all good, and then COVID came. And COVID brought much loss and much tearing apart. It certainly made us as individuals lonely and longing for a place where we could be together, be supported. It also had a profound effect on us as a church congregation. For folks who missed the music, we tried many ways to bring it about in our lives. We had virtual music practices. We even made up a concert, a song, based on splicing together individuals recorded. None of this, of course, sufficed to bring about the experience that we have now. We are so pleased to be together, and we are so pleased once more to welcome this magic of music in person into our lives. It will be the glue that will hold us together as we rebuild to the church that we know we want to become and want to reclaim. Thank you very much.
I just want to say amen, Bill. Thank you very much. And oh my goodness, we're all here. It's now time for us to enjoy our choirs. We will begin with Spirit of Life Choir. I invite them to come forward or whatever arrangement they're going to do. It's all a surprise to me. But whether you're in the choir or listening to the choir, may music fill all of our hearts.
Frozen charms and a sliding brings you sliding even closer in my arms. Can't you hear the sleigh bells asking why we're single as we fly across the snowy hills and dales? And we're happy 'cause the sleigh bells seem to jingle in a winter fairyland like wedding bells. Though a winter fairyland we go a-gliding, and the way the sleigh is slipping and a-sliding brings you sliding even closer in my arms.
Flowers now.
As the choirs take their seats again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of the choirs, the small group of singers. Special thanks to Michaela Jones-Brown and the Spirit of Life Choir. And Michaela's also the director of Rising Voices. They'll start again, I'm sure, after the pandemic. Thank you to Dr. Brandon Moss and the Chalice Choir, and to Barb Fisher, who is leading our Peace Pals, who will be up front and center, I'm sure, warming our hearts again as soon as the pandemic is over. Wow, wow. If you see yourself singing, if you are humming along, tapping along, or in any way, you can join the choir, any of the choirs. See Brandon or Michaela after the service, or if you're a parent, your little one, see Barb Fisher after the service, and we can get you connected. I believe practice begins after or in the new year, so that's fantastic on that. But thank you once again. Let's give them all just another round of applause. Our church is a community of love, caring, music, and generosity. Together we work for a more just world. To offer our gifts and pay our promised pledges is to say we are defined by our hearts and our deeper values. Our Share the Plate recipient for December is our congregation's holiday appeal. Your donations help our church to extend our community support and continue our vital programs all year long. There are many aspects of how we do community and how we touch lives. This morning, we have celebrated music and all the wonderful people who make music possible. There are many things that we all miss during the pandemic. Live music is definitely on my list. I don't know about you, but it's definitely on my list. But for musicians and singers, the pandemic has been especially hard. More than one person in our choirs has told me that when they started coming back together, even when they practiced outside in the parking lot, their world became whole again. There's something about music, as Bill said earlier, that expresses our emotions, lifts our spirits, and transcends the moment. Clearly, music is a vital part of who we are and what we do together. And it is because of your support that music fills this space and our hearts. Thank you for your ongoing contributions and for your special donations this holiday appeal, which is even more important as we find new ways of being together. We are not passing the basket this morning. We don't do that during pandemic, but it is up to you to either write a check and place it in the basket in the back as you leave, if you still have checks. For some of us, go online to our website and there's a donate button there and you can click on Holiday Appeal. And we really appreciate your gifts as once again, we try new things and learn new things during pandemic. Your contributions are a wonderful way to say yes to our beloved First UU community and to music. Thank you for your generosity.
I would like to invite our pastoral listeners to come forward so they may help with the caring meditation. Words from Plato. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything, unquote. Music and life are filled with crescendos and decrescendos, rhythms and tempos, comfort and turbulence, harmony and discord, and the silence between the notes, and the peace and the joy. Music is a universal language that puts feelings into the language of the heart, the whole self. Music reaches deep emotions that are often too hard to put into words. Let us wonder along with Jane Swan, who asks, how is it that music can, without words, evoke our laughter, our fears, our highest aspirations? And for giving us this glorious occasion, gratitude to directors Brandon and Michaela, pianist Nathan, and the Spirit of Life and the Chalice Choirs. And here are our caring cards and joys and sorrows this morning.
First of all, we would like to again congratulate Kelly McNeil on receiving her preliminary fellowship from the UUA. A concern, Lisa B. reports that her surgery went well and she is recovering at home. We send healing thoughts to Fluff F. She had a medical procedure on Thursday, December 2nd at the OSU Ross Heart Hospital. We send our sympathy to Tony S. Tony's younger sister, Virginia Ann Wagner, age 61, passed away on Friday, December 3rd. We send our sympathy to Elaine F. Elaine's father, Shiguru Fujimura, died peacefully in his sleep this past Monday. He was 98. We also send our sympathy to the family of Phyllis Carlson Ream. She passed away on December 2nd. A celebration service will be held Sunday, December 12th at Chettinger Funeral Home, 6699 North High Street in Worthington. And this sorrow came in this morning. We send our love and support to all those impacted by the tornadoes and severe storms this past Friday, especially to the families who have lost loved ones.
May we hold these joys and sorrows and those yet unspoken gently in our hearts, and when the time comes, let them flow along. As Reverend Marion rings our temple bell, I invite you into a brief time of silence. Use this time to reflect, imagine, pray, or simply be. The temple bell will ring a second time as we continue our service.
What a gift. Thank you. For our closing words, I offer a blessing from Matt Meyer. May we go forward with purposeful rhythm, that we may give voice to the melody of our imaginations, the music of our souls, and all the possibilities of a just world as we might together create it. In a moment, go in peace. And now, because I know music is just filling your hearts, I invite you to sing together. We'll rise and sing hymn number 108 in your gray hymn book, My Life Flows On, an Endless Song. Rise as you're willing and able. We'll sing all verses. It is so good to sing again with the choir backing us up, huh? It is just so wonderful. If you have joined us online, I invite you to bring your chalice or candle nearby so that we can extinguish our chalice together. After our service has concluded, please join us for an informal coffee hour. If you are online, please use the Zoom link that was sent this morning. It changes every week. Check your email for that. This week's online coffee hour is hosted by our Justice Action Ministry team, fondly known as JAM. In person or online, all are welcome to coffee hour conversation and to the cookie fair. So if you're in person, you get a sweet bonus. Just wander on over to Beach Hall after this service. Let us say our chalice extinguishing words together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of vision. As we go forth, let us heal and transform ourselves and our world through reason and love. Our chalice is extinguished. Please remain seated as our choir sings the benediction and as Nathan plays our postlude. And right after that, wander on over to Beach Hall and get some cookies.
There is more joy.
So we're waiting until he gets a death certificate.